Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Popular Video Games here, chilling out, maxing out, doing my thing. Alright guys, now in today's video, we're going to be talking about The Flash, Season 4, Episode 3, my fan fiction. Let's get into this. The episode starts off, leaving off from the previous episode. Barry is unconscious. The team hooks him up on a stretcher right next to Wally. Iris is constantly shaking Barry to respond. His vitals are stable, Cisco says. Well, why is he not answering me? Iris yells. Caitlin then says, he could have a minor concussion. She then examines Barry. That's strange. What is it? Iris questions. There's no trauma anywhere on his body. He's completely healed. Cisco then says, that's impossible. I know he can heal fast, but what? Joe questions. Cisco then pulls down the Flash's suit readings on his vitals. Barry should have been dead 7 times over from these injuries. This isn't something even he could be able to heal from, and that quickly as well. He's not injured, but the suit's readings show he's sustained enough damage to rip apart his entire body. Yet, the camera zooms in on Barry's unconscious body into his mind, where you can see Barry looking around with white lightning firing from every angle. What's happening? Where am I? Iris? Cisco? Someone! Barry screams. I hear you, Barry. Who is that? What's happening? Don't you remember? You were here before. Don't worry. It's only your mind right now, not your body. Barry turns around and sees his mother. That's when Barry knew. He's in the Speed Force. In an unknown location, Captain Boomerang is still healing his wounds, holding his arm by the Philosopher's Stone. I'm getting more tired as this goes on. I thought I was being healed, Captain Boomerang yells. You are being healed. That crystal is accelerating your healing, so it will take stamina, but you'll be as good as new. Don't try to run about after you're done. With your stamina drain, you won't even be able to activate your powers. Alchemy puts his hand on the cocoon in the base. I didn't think I would have to release the god so soon. I can't believe he's able to retain that power. That means it's gonna be a lot harder than it was before. I should let you know about me and that water god. We kinda killed each other, so she might not be happy to see me, Captain says. I know every part of that timeline, thanks to the stone, Alchemy states. I also know that the power Barry and Wally put out in their final fight was far more than the Earth God put out against Darkseid. Don't remind me of him, Captain says. If the world didn't turn to hell enough, we had the devil literally in front of us. After you gave me my powers and showed me the timeline, I also saw that Darkseid person. Captain Boomerang starts to shake. I never want to see him again. I agree, Alchemy says. We still don't know anything about that monster. All we do know is, if he ever returns, it will take something stronger than the gods, Flash, or even all the metas on Earth. We're gonna need people that are literally in a league of their own. Back in the mindset of Barry, he is arguing with the Speed Force. Send me back! What are you doing? If that's truly Captain Boomerang from Flashpoint, there's not that many people around that can beat him. Barry then remembers the road man and then becomes calm. So you're finally thinking, the Speed Force says. Who is that man? Alchemy. That's what the captain called him. Who is he? He was able to even block my lightning. What is that in his hand? The Speed Force answers, it's pure Speed Force, something that speedsters have died attempting for years. It's the true power of the Flash. See, when you normally use your power, speedsters give off different colors based on chemical manipulation, genes, and a variety of other factors. With the pure Speed Force, is on a whole nother level, being able to literally control the Speed Force itself and direct the power all around you. In essence, you're practically immortal with the ability, but it doesn't last long. I'm sorry to also say, Barry, I have no idea how you can harness that power. Just you being the first to harness this ability, the Speed Force is already being directly affected. Why are you doing this? I've lied, tricked, and manipulated you. Why after time and time again do you keep helping me, Barry questions. The Speed Force answers, because Barry, you've created something that cannot easily be undone. You're a fool for attempting this, but we are also interested to see how much power can your body handle before you burn into a cinder. We'll be in touch, Barry. Just then, Barry jumps up on an empty lab table. He sees Wally's unconscious body. He then looks up at the TV. There, he sees Cisco fighting Captain Boomerang and rushes to the fight. On the scene, Captain Boomerang is bombarding the police force cars, cutting them up, making entire squads fall back. Cisco goes into action, firing a blast at Boomerang, only to have them blocked by the Boomerang surrounding him. With this godly power, you all are nothing to me, Boomerang screams. The police start to fire bullets, but they cannot get past boomerangs guarding him. Cisco then charges at Captain Boomerang, firing multiple blasts at him, missing every one. Your aim's horrible, kid, but not mine, he says. Captain Boomerang fires over 10 boomerangs at Cisco. He dodges them by jumping right behind a half-destroyed police car. Captain Boomerang tours with Cisco by having the boomerang slice the car on the opposite side that he's on. Cisco then fires 3 blasts out of nowhere and they destroy all 10 boomerangs. Captain Boomerang is stunned. A god would know to watch his surroundings, Cisco says as he's walking from behind the car. Boomerang looks up and around him there are 13 different breaches. You didn't miss me. You set me up, he says. Not my fault you don't watch anything, Cisco says as he fires blasts into the breach next to him, causing the blast to come from all 13 holes at the same time, bombarding Captain Boomerang. Captain Boomerang looks up and he sees the boomerangs protecting him are being destroyed. Desperately, he pulls in the remaining boomerangs around the area into a type of body armor around himself. He then fires them all off to negate the blast. The boomerangs kill 10 officers, 15 civilians, and 2 YouTubers. One was Superwoman. Cisco jumps in a breach at the last second, avoiding the blast. Once he jumps out, he is horrified at what he sees. Captain Boomerang is down and exhausted from the attack. Around him are a bloody mess. You murdered her! You killed them all, Cisco yells. It wouldn't have been any different if I had a blew up Star City. It's all the same to me. It's just a job. Cisco then fires a blast, sending Boomerang into a nearby coffee shop. Cisco then begins to walk over, angry. In there, Captain Boomerang lays on broken wood, thinking, wow, this kid's strong and more intelligent than me. Well, it looks like I'll have to use a little bit more brute force, he says, as he creates a boomerang the size of a car and sends it at Cisco. It tears through the cafe and goes for Cisco. Cisco kept dodging it by hopping from breach to breach. Every time he did it though, it continued to destroy the city and innocents until he reappears. The last jump, the giant boomerang is coming towards him. He fires his strongest blast to stop the weapon. The collision blows out nearby windows. The boomerang starts to break apart. Cisco's nose is starting to bleed. He yells, "Give me one last push, please!" Just then, it was enough to destroy the boomerang. Afterwards, Cisco is dazed. He drops to the ground, unable to move. Captain Boomerang walks around Cisco and then stomps on his chest to hold him down. Captain Boomerang then pulls out 2 artificial boomerangs and says, "I haven't used these since I got my powers. I'm glad I kept them around," looking down on Cisco. He then throws one towards Cisco's head. Just as the boomerang touches his forehead, he disappears. The Captain Boomerang looks around, and behind him is the Flash, holding Cisco in his arms with an angry look on his face. Captain Boomerang then says, "Well now, this isn't good." Guys, thanks again for watching my Flash fanfiction season 4 episode 3. Guys, I said I was gonna be doing these more and more. You can expect one every week, even after the Flash season 4 comes out. I'm still gonna be making them. I'm very excited for it. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more. And I'll keep you updated on everything happening with my series as well as the actual CW, The Flash. Peace out and talk to you later. Glenn's Era Designs, website design, graphic arts, and many variety of other promotional opportunities on www.epicstreams.com. Link in the description to go directly to our website.